Have you ever wondered how you can point your phone at a sign in another language and instantly know what it says? Or how you can have a real-time conversation with someone who doesn't speak your language? It feels like magic, right? Well, today we're pulling back the curtain on this incredible technology. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of translation AI. How does a machine learn to speak human? Stick around to find out, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more mind-blowing tech explainers. So, how does translation AI actually work? It's not just a giant dictionary. The process is far more sophisticated and has evolved dramatically over the years. Early translation systems were what we call rule-based. Imagine a team of linguists spending years creating a massive list of grammar rules and dictionaries for two languages. For example, they'd program the machine to know that in English, the adjective comes before the noun, like blue car, but in Spanish, it often comes after. Coach Azul. These systems were groundbreaking for their time, but they were incredibly rigid. They struggled with exceptions, idioms, and the natural flow of language. A phrase like "it's raining cats and dogs" would leave it completely baffled. Then came a major breakthrough: statistical machine translation, or SMT. Instead of manually teaching the AI grammar rules, developers fed it massive amounts of text that had already been translated by humans. We're talking millions of documents, books, and websites. The AI would then analyze this data to find statistical patterns. It would learn that when the English word cheese appears, the French word fromage is highly likely to appear in the translated version. SMT was a huge leap forward. It was more flexible and could handle a wider variety of language. However, it still had its limitations. It translated phrase by phrase, often losing the broader context of the sentence. This could lead to translations that were grammatically correct, but sounded awkward or missed the real meaning. This brings us to the current state-of-the-art, neural machine translation, or NMT. This is the technology that powers most of the translation apps you use today, like Google Translate. NMT is inspired by the human brain. It uses complex algorithms called neural networks, which are designed to recognize patterns in data. Instead of just looking at phrases, a neural network can process an entire sentence at once, capturing its full meaning and context. Here's a simplified way to think about it. Imagine the AI is reading a sentence in English. It doesn't just convert it word by word. Instead, it creates a complex mathematical representation of the entire sentences, meaning a sort of universal language idea. Then, another part of the neural network takes this abstract idea and generates a brand new sentence in the target language, say, Japanese. Because it understands the context of the whole sentence, it can make much more natural and accurate choices about word order, grammar, and even cultural nuances. This is why modern translators can handle idioms and complex sentences so much better. They're not just swapping words, they're translating the meaning. To get this smart, these AI models are trained on an unimaginable amount of data. We're talking about pretty much the entire public internet. Every bilingual website, every translated book, every subtitled movie contributes to this massive learning process. The more data the AI sees, the more patterns it recognizes, and the better it becomes at translating. It's a continuous cycle of learning and improvement. Of course, it's not perfect. AI can still make mistakes, especially with rare words, creative language, or very specific cultural references. Sometimes the translations can be a little too literal or miss the subtle humor in a phrase. That's why human translators are still incredibly important, especially for things like literature, legal documents, and marketing, where nuance is everything. But for everyday communication, translation AI has become a powerful and indispensable tool, breaking down language barriers and connecting people all over the globe. It's truly changing how we interact with the world. So, the next time you use a translation app, remember the incredible journey of technology behind it, from rigid rules to statistical probabilities. And finally, two brain-inspired neural networks that are learning to understand the very essence of human language. What a time to be alive! What do you think the future of translation AI holds? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and if you found this interesting, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell for more content. See you in the next one.